accept this.
Professors across the country prepare to participate in a strike for scholars.
Black social protests have really informed the ways in which democracy is essential and what it could look like in this country. Is something that I feel like is an important gift that Black lives have given to this country and to me.
And the East Bay Democratic Socialists of America organize a car caravan to raise support for Proposition 15.
Prop 15 campaign estimates that some 92% of the revenues that would be raised by Proposition 15 will come from just 10% of the commercial property owners in California.
With David Rosenberg, I'm Sharon Sobotta, and this is the KPFA Weekend Evening News. On the heels of Labor Day, many professors and scholars in colleges and universities across the country and in Canada will be participating in a ScholarStrike for racial justice. That's happening between September 8th and 9th. Over the past several summers, as professors have finalized their syllabi in hopes of informing minds and touching hearts, the deaths of Eric Garner, Mike Brown, Sandra Bland, Alton Sterling, Philando Castile, and George Floyd, and the paralyzing injury of Jacob Blake, who was shot 7 times this summer in Kenosha, Wisconsin, along with many others, have amplified the need to address racial injustice, both outside and inside the classroom. Michael Viola is an associate professor of justice, community, and leadership and a member of the ethnic studies faculty at St. Mary's College of California. Viola says he'll be participating in the strike not only to honor the Black lives that have been lost, but also to honor the academic labor of Black scholars and struggles of Black students.
Growing up in California, I was politicized by hip-hop music. Black youth played a central part in creating that form of cultural production. And then the insights of Black scholars, from Du Bois to Manning Marable to Cornel West, the Combahee Collective, River Collective, they all helped to shape the way in which I understand the world as a Filipino American. Not only intellectually, but also in terms of like the ways in which Black social protests have really informed the ways in which democracy is essential and what it could look like in this country. Is something that I feel like is an important gift that Black lives have given to this country and to me. I think it's important to recognize that labor, those gifts that have been offered from Black lives that have enabled me as a Filipino American immigrant who occupies a position in the academy, like that is because of the struggles that were fought out by Black youth, Black activists, Black cultural workers in solidarity with so many other white allies, Filipino Americans, and people of color. My ability to be able to be at an institution of higher learning and to have the privilege of teaching here is on the backs of those historic struggles, and that history is still ongoing in our present moment.
Viola says in spite of the difficult times that the country is facing, he remains optimistic.
What brings me hope is that our communities are struggling. My students are asking some really important questions about the various ways in which they can participate in these movements, the ways in which they can direct their labor. Again, this is a strike that's happening right after Labor Day, where they are thinking about not only what is it that they can critique, but also the ways in which they can think about their labor in terms of what is it that they can create to also support the creation of another world.
That's Michael Viola, a professor of justice, community, and leadership and ethnic studies at St. Mary's College, speaking about the ScholarStrike for racial justice.